So what we'll do now is we'll walk in here, we'll make him stop at the doorway. So when you come up to the doorway and then just stop about there. Yep. He should just stop with you. As long as he stops, you can come through. Cool. If he doesn't, just pull him back or tap him on the collar and he'll just drop back behind you and then go through the doorway. Let's go. Say, yep, let's go.
Let's go.
So let's go is like a universal word. So it means like let's go, like we're moving. And then you've got a word free. Free means you're free to go. Free. That's it. And it means you're off. So the dog's allowed to go now. So free means your free time, you can just go sniff, do whatever you want. So we'll just wander around for a bit, let him get a bit distracted. And we're gonna just go for a wander down here actually. So what level have you got that set to on the collar?
15.
Okay. So what you'll probably find is if you've done like a lot of healing before you let him off, he's going to gravitate and follow you a lot because we've just kind of told him, look, follow me. So you can see he just kind of gravitates towards us. But what we'll do is we'll just let him wander right off and get fully distracted, and then we'll practice a little bit of recall and coming back and things, and then we'll go through a couple of other commands as well. So if you give him affection, it's going to wind him up a little bit. What I've just done is kind of triggered that response to go, come on buddy, like let's go. So you can see it's very easy to control his energy now. Good boy. So I can easily hype him up, but then if you call him back, come, sit. Just push him out of your space. So what I've done is I've triggered a little bit of response just to kind of wind him up a little bit. When he comes and sits away from you, just push him out of your space. So remember how we talked about space matters?
Yeah.
What he just did by sitting in like this?
On my foot,
Yeah.
basically.
Just give him a push off. Tell him sit. This is fine, but that jumping on you isn't. Call him back. A little bit louder. Sit. Good. And then free. That's it. Come on. So if you say let's go, it's like a universal word for like change of direction. So yell out, let's go.
Let's go.
Give him a buzz.
Let's go.
Good boy, good boy. So like I said, it's just understanding the energy of like when we're lead walking, we're like, it's controlled. But when we're off lead, it's like, it's free, you know, like is that difference of like, there's boundaries there. So it just means you can control them completely. Like if you want to wind them up, you can wind them up. But if you want to bring them back down, you can bring them back down. And that's kind of what we've done is made them completely controlled, if that makes sense. Set you with a baseline so that you've always got something to work from. I'll go kind of wind them up a bit around there and then you can just call him back for me. So if you just call him come, if he doesn't come, just give him a come again with the tap. So come and then a 1 to 2 second gap and then a come with a tap. So you give him the option to come. If he doesn't respond, then you give him a nick. If he still doesn't respond, what do you think you'll do?
Give him a boost.
Yep, yeah, you can give it. Yep, give it up. Yep.
Call him again.
Yep, perfect. Cool.
Do we escalate it we escalate each time he doesn't respond?
Yeah, so think about level 15 as like your base level.
Yep.
So you've got your base there, and if he doesn't respond, you just go up, 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 and then when he responds, you bring the level back down.
Yep.
You're always just going to work from that level initially.
Yep.
Yeah. So give him a call there.
Come.
Good boy, good boy. And this is when I'd bring in that good boy.
Yeah. Good boy.
Sit. Good boy. Good boy, and then free.
Free.
That's it. So I'll go wind him up. Come on, buddy. Come on. And call him back whenever. So same with all the commands. Give him the chance. If he doesn't listen, repeat the command and tap the button. So what we're going to do now is you're going to call him back and then you're going to tell him place. So place is like his bed command. So imagine like other ways you can utilize this would be at like the front door. So like say the front door's over there, he's distracted, you'd call him back, chuck him on his place, get him calm and then release him again or whatever. But this is just a good kind of thing to imagine as if you were in the home kind of thing. So I'll just distract him again, same process, come, and then as he's about maybe 2 to 1 meter away from the placemat, just say place. Don't do it too far away because he might, sometimes they get a little bit confused. And then when he gets on there, down. Okay, is that too much for you?
No.
Come, place down.
Yeah.
If he doesn't listen at any point, repeat the command, tap the button. That's all right. If he gets the straight, yep, that's it. Perfect. Nice. That was perfect. They might get, like if he gets a little bit apprehensive like that, perfect what you did by giving a little bit of guidance. So you just brought your body around, just a bit of body guidance to like direct him, and then he ran straight on the placemat. That was bang on. Cool. And so we'll leave him there for a second, we'll walk away. If he goes to get off, just tell him place again. Tell him down.
Yep.
If he gets off, just tell him place.
Place.
Place with the button.
Indy, come.
Yep, that's it.
Come.
Perfect.
Place. Down.
Nice. So those little moments there is just him testing the boundaries. So you'll find he might test, like say, do you guys have a cat or anything? So maybe around the cat you might find he might test the boundaries a couple of times. So that's a new distraction, so you might find the level might just escalate a little bit and you just need to give him a little bit more direction. And then free.
Free.
Free, free. Sometimes you need to like hype them up a little bit, yeah, like it's just a little bit of more exciting. So we'll give you a little go on that too. Place. That's it. Perfect. Go up and give him a pat. Good boy. And this is when you can be a little bit more like bubbly with them, I guess, during like obedience. Whereas the walk is like, it's very like calm, like it's like, okay, it's time to chill out and be controlled. It's like maintenance. It's still maintenance, but it's like we're engaging with the dog. And you can bring treats into it. Like we've kind of faded him off the treats completely. Okay. So as you notice, he doesn't need treats to listen. Yeah. So he's getting the reward is actually listening to the command versus him obeying us is his reward. Yeah. So that's what we've kind of taught him. The treats are like a payday. So you can bring the treats in if you want to say his recall slowed down a little bit. You could bring some treats in to speed it back up and hype him back up a little bit. It'd be just like a little bit of maintenance stuff, maybe once every 2 weeks, but you shouldn't need to do it too often. I'll just bring a dog out and we'll let him have a bit of a runner and you can just call him back from the dog and see how he's interacting with the dogs and stuff and get a good look at that. So the main thing we kind of taught him initially was just his space with other dogs. Like initially he had no like boundaries with space. Doug's quite a confident dog, so he will give Doug a lot of space just because of like Doug's demeanor. But I thought just a male dog that, you know, is probably the dogs he was having trouble with the most, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think most dogs, all dogs.
Okay.
It's a bit sort of
funny.
Yeah. Don't know if it was fear or anxiety from.
I think so.
Maybe what happened before you got rescued.
Yeah.
But
just not right. Okay. He's still like sometimes can be a little bit apprehensive initially. Like you can see his initial reaction is like a little bit apprehensive, but he's not like he's appropriately greeting now. But he takes this subtle approach initially, but after about 10 minutes he warms up and then he just kind of starts playing and things. But it's just that initial greet sometimes still is a little bit like sensitive per se. So see how he backs off now when
that space,
yeah. So what Doug did was he looked him in the eyes, and that's like, okay, I want you out of my space. Like he now understands what cues are with dogs. So versus what used to happen was when a dog gave eye contact, he would go into spastic mode and like not know what to do. Now he's kind of giving space and backing off. The biggest thing is just that house management. Yeah. Like the obedience is like you'll find is quite actually easy because we've drilled him so much on it. He's going to listen most of the time anyway. Yeah. But it's you guys just staying on top of that maintenance in the house. Yeah. If you slip or you start giving too much affection, you'll find him just to start like regressing slowly. You'll always be able to rein it back in with the collar, and like I said, if a friend came over and for some reason just somehow did something silly with him, all I would do is go straight back to a walk. Just de-escalate him again, start again, run through some obedience, and you'll be back to square one. So as long as you know how to bring him back from it, if it does happen, if someone, you know, he does get a bit distracted or something, you can at least always maintain him. Dougie. So this is like a dominance thing. Yeah. So Doug will snap at him in a second and he should just back off. If he doesn't, you can take control of it. So oi, and that'll just back him off. Yeah. So your oi command's like a back off command. Dogs will do that, like it is something, oi, they'll naturally do. The reason he's doing that is because Doug, you're getting a little bit nervous. and Doug's standing in front of you, so Doug will pick up on that and he'll back your dog off. Dogs will pick up on energy, so if you start to get a little bit nervous, they'll pick up on that, and that's what Doug did.
Was Doug moving to protect her from Indy?
Yeah, creating boundaries for her.
Yeah.
So like a lot of my dogs, they're kind of around this kind of stuff all the time. They know what's appropriate. So that's what Doug's doing, is setting boundaries. Doug is setting boundaries for Indy of like what you're doing and doing this isn't okay. Yeah. So what I want you to do is just tell her, oi.
Oi.
Oi. Yep, that's it. And then buzz her on the collar, if he doesn't back off. These are natural things that dogs will do, like humping and things. It is something we, actively stop. The control, is the key. Like, as long as you can stop the behavior like that, it's not a problem. But the growling that Doug's doing is he's growls like a warning sign, and then the snap, like if he was to go, arr, it's just like that's how they communicate. So a lot of the time people kind of wrap dogs up in cotton wool a little bit, but we need to remember that they are predators and that's how they communicate. Yeah. And we'll do some stuff with your space with Indy. The reason this is so important is it relates to the dogs. So if you think about what he's doing to Doug and how he's getting in Doug's space and just reading those signs and stopping it is the same as this, coming into the dog's space and winding the dog up and letting the dog jump all over you. This kind of stuff. So what you want to do is just create a boundary between it. Sit. Give him something to do. Sit. Sit. Good. And then give him a bit of affection. So just this affection's fine. Yeah. And we can be intimate with it, but we don't want him doing that. See how he moves into you? That's what we
pushing it, eh?
Yeah, pushing the boundaries. Indy. Just those boundary pushing. So just keeping that boundary between your space is the main thing. You can be intimate with the dog, but this is what we want to stop. So little things to work on, after walks and things. So you just say you've taken him for a walk, he's done really well. You bring him home, you want to give him a good pat down. That's fine, just keep your boundaries. Same with people coming to the doors and stuff. If you find you've got old Bill over here that doesn't listen, pop him in the crate until Bill listens. That's what I'll utilize the crate and the placemat for. Indy. That's it, perfect. And then the collar just kind of checks him back into line. So you can see every time he doesn't listen, you bring that collar in and then it just resets him again. So that's kind of what we've taught the collar is, it's like a resetter. Find the other guys and go through it. Nice, just that same thing, that leaning into you. If you just put your knee in, just never move out of his space. So move him out of yours. Yeah. So think about what he did with Doug, my dog, how he jumped on and Doug growled at him and turned to him, and that was to get him out of his space. By you nudging him, it's a similar kind of communication. Same with him standing in front of you on that angle there. Just pull him in behind you. Yep, that's it. And in behind, whenever he's on lead, we'll just keep him from guarding you. Okay, it's something they'll naturally do, they'll always try do it, but you're always just pushing back pretty much. See how it was body posture change when you pulled him back in behind? That's where we want him. Cool. All right. Come on, let's go.